Now here at 5, alarming information out of Lee Summit. We now know the name of a man who walked into a preschool with a gun.
We first brought you the story yesterday at 5. KCTV5's Caroline Sweeney was back in the neighborhood today. So Caroline, you learned the man's name is Phil Spurgeon. How close does he live to the school?
Well, Brad and Ellen, Phil Spurgeon lives closer than parents want. Let me see if I can demonstrate for you. I'm standing on Southwest Murray Street here in Lee Summit. I'm about halfway between Phil Spurgeon's house behind me and the school in front of me. Now, we became aware of how close he lives because a parent whose child goes to the Early Childhood Education Center emailed not only KCTV5, but also the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office. He wanted them to know that he was able to draw a straight line from the front door of the school to Phil Spurgeon's house. Now, this white fence is the edge of school property. That parent found out that Phil Spurgeon lives less than 700 feet from the school's front doors.
We saw all the police cars up there.
This Early Childhood Education Center is quiet today. No police, no chaos. But yesterday,
reported male in a school with a gun at 130 Northwest Murray Road.
Police say this is the man. Phil Spurgeon, the 40-year-old, had a loaded gun and extra ammunition in his pockets while he was at the school. Police say he had 14 rounds in the magazine of the gun and 1 in the chamber. There were 9 more rounds in his pockets. Lee Summit police say Spurgeon walked into the school and wouldn't leave. Staff here told police Spurgeon said, "You don't want me to do that," when they asked him to leave on his own. They were able to get him outside and no one was hurt.
Well, you just never know who's next door to you and who isn't.
Spurgeon was still in police custody this afternoon, and no one else was at the house to answer the door for questions. Neighbors say this is a quiet area and right next door to the school. If Spurgeon posts bail, he's not allowed within 1,000 feet of the school. But this is his house, less than 700 feet away. We reached out to the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office about this issue. A spokesperson said they'd have to wait to see if Spurgeon posts bail. If he does, the office will reevaluate. The spokesperson for the prosecutor's office also told me that 1,000-foot rule is fairly standard in cases like this. Now, we spoke to several parents today. None of them wanted to go on camera, but several of them told me they were happy with how the school handled the situation yesterday. Live in Lee Summit, Missouri, Caroline Sweeney, KCTV5 News.